Greetings and welcome to the energy of Cancer. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take what you will. So this is an astrological forecast. The fourth house is open. We'll be focusing primarily on the moon. And the full moon is going to be intense, I would say, for Capricorn. There is some form of karmic reckoning that is occurring. And it's not very well aspected. I mean, it's not aspected at all, actually. So it's neutral. This full moon will be a singular ray of light in terms of really bringing forward the energy of Cancer in the moon in your fourth house, directly on your IC at about 15, 16 degrees of Libra, okay? So you can see here, the moon in Libra is very strongly sort of aspected in terms of opposition of the Sun and Jupiter conjunct, okay, about 4 degrees separate in your MC. Okay, now when this occurs, there's something about your own safe space, your own emotional sanctuary, your own deeply spiritual inner world that is below the shell of Cancer, that is going to be exposed in some sort of way. Now, this is not to cause fear or create any form of trepidation for the energy of Cancer. However, what I do see here is a house of light, okay, a temple that becomes radiant, a church that becomes harmonic. Okay, these are just ideas in terms of what is going on in terms of this. Okay, so essentially your own inner world will be highly aspected in terms of your capacity to radiate, in terms of your nurturing, in terms of your self sort of development. Okay, and it will come to full light, okay, to full contrast. And the interesting thing is that with the Sun combusting Jupiter's blessings, there's going to be an even stronger gravity towards the actions of others when it comes to their karma and how they bring forward, almost in a foolish way, a great deal of energy into your life. It will oppose your sense of the inner world, your own sense of privacy. At the same time, it will motivate you to meet these head on in a cardinal way that Cancer can do, okay? So this sort of can-do attitude will be indicative of how you radiate your own inner world and how you let that be a source of energy in which you meet this solar energy in your 10th house, okay? The full moon will essentially help you to bring a sense of balance and equilibrium, a sense of peace. Now, this has to be a peaceful move. Do not go into this situation with a karmic partner, okay? And expect, war. There's the opposite to that. Usually it's after the lapse of war that we come to peace, or after the lapse of peace that we come to war, okay? They're both on the same coin, peace and war. That energy that is shared here actually will help you to alleviate and address certain karmic things, and because Jupiter is watching over this opposition of the full moon, essentially, there will be hidden blessings in terms of all of this energy. Now, especially with the Sun exalted in Aries, Moon in Libra is interesting because you will be able to create a psychic shield if you need it during this time, especially if you're a mother and you're dealing with father figures or older men situations, karmic partners. As I've said, that authority will be met head on by a mother who is extremely empowered in terms of their own empathic shielding and their own empathic possibility of making peace, okay? So it's an interesting time, and the outer world, the inner world will collide in a certain way, and you will be exposed, and that is not a bad thing, especially if you're radiating light. Furthermore, what's very interesting is that there is a very harmonious trine and a kite formation that will bring forward blessings for the energy of Cancer. This will help you to define yourself primarily the first, the fifth, and the ninth houses. So there is a dharmic way of doing things in which your karma becomes your dharma, in which there's a sense that you are doing the right thing. There's a righteous element to it. With Mars aspecting the South Node in Scorpio, and then aspecting Saturn in Pisces, the triplicity of water is highly activated, meaning that your empathic possibilities are very strong, and not only that, you're doing the right thing. So there's no way it can be fucked with in terms of like energy vampires coming in or narcissists coming in fucking with your shit. No, it's not going to happen. Excuse my expletives. But it happens often to cancers, and that type of shielding is very much strongly accentuating actions that you produce for yourself, expressions that you produce for yourself. And there's this sort of self-progressive movement towards the energy of Dharma that will grant you with your dreams and your ambitions, okay? With also the dreams and ambitions of other people. Look, on a collective level, people are looking for stability, and I think you see this. This is the type of stability that requires the lightness of Venus, okay? The ability for Venus to bring light into situations of a collective good. And I think you are particularly an agent of this by leading the path of exemplary behavior. Okay, and this will radiate through your very essence. You will glow with the key signature of a leader or someone who is ascending on the path of Dharma. Okay, it's a very beautiful thing. And not only that, I think you will find a sense of freedom in the month of April to do what you will and do pleasurable things with the right people when you will. At the same time, there's something about your dream world, also your truth, your philosophy, your higher mind is being activated very strongly. There's structuring going on, and there's an ability for your truth to become structural in some way. It will provide a sense of liberation, primarily truth to liberation of some degree. At the same time, there is something that has to do with the shift that is occurring in terms of your relationships, okay, especially professional relationships. Something might occur wherein their need to find stability, these people's need to find stability somehow, and their desire in that respect, it creates a lot of mental energy, and it's merely kicking in survival instinct. I would say it's survivability primarily. And when that happens, it's a lower energy. You have to vibrate on the upper chakras, okay, or perhaps even from the solar plexus and beyond. Very much, I do see the solar plexus being enriched, in which you will have this exemplary behavior, okay, and the gods will look down and smile upon you. Primarily, the two main teachers, Saturn and Jupiter, will look down and smile upon you and see your progress in terms of all of this. I do wish you well. For the time being, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun signing off. Thank you. Bye bye.